All right, everybody, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Jamie here, and I've got a neonate baby. This is Blossom. Now, I'm going to show you what we do upon intake of a newborn kitten. First, you want to assess them. You want to make sure that they are not too hot or too cold. Feeding them when they are too hot or too cold can literally lead to death. Next, you want to take a good look at them. Do they have their eyes closed? Are they open? Do they have teeth coming in? This can give you a general idea of about how old they are. Little Blossom here is just over a week old. Her eyes are barely opening, and she looks like she may get some teeth in a few days, but she's not quite there yet. You also want to make sure that you have a kitchen scale and possibly a bowl, because these guys are squirmers. You want a bowl to make sure you can place them in there to weigh them. She's not as bad, so I'm going to go ahead and weigh her really quickly. And she's 136 grams. I always weigh in grams with little tinies like this because it gives you the details to like how much they are fluctuating in their weight. Ounces with a kitten this small does not give you enough detail, and grams can go up and down rather quickly. Once you know how much the kitten weighs, then you can go online and look up a kitten feeding chart and find out how much they eat. I recommend the Maddie's Fun chart or Kitten Ladies chart because they are very detailed. It gives you exactly how much they should eat and how often. Now, in regards to supplies, you definitely want a kitten bottle, which I have right here. I have a pet bag with some sort of either a miracle nipple or something similar to a miracle nipple. Next, you want kitten formula. I use Breeder's Edge, and KMR is also another really great company to get your kitten formula with. You also want different size syringes just in case they don't take to the bottle properly. And you want a heating source. I use either a heating pad that has continuous heat and you can put it on a low setting, or I have one of these which is called a Snuggle Safe. It's pretty much a pink disc that is covered by a very nice, comfortable, soft fabric. You pop it in the microwave for a few moments and then you set the kitten on it. I also have a source of comfort. This is called a Snuggle Kitty. You can put a regular stuffed animal in there with them if you want to, but this specific one has a little heart inside of it. And when you press the button, I don't think this one's working right now, but when you press the button, there's a heartbeat. You can probably hear this one. And that helps them to feel comfortable. It helps them to feel safe. Now, as far as containing a kitten, these guys don't take much space. If you really can't afford much, it's as simple as putting them in a box that keeps them safe, or you can keep them inside of a carrier, which I often do, especially when I have several, because I only have one incubator, and that's currently needing to be cleaned out. So, heating pad, stuffed animal, a cozy blanket, and the baby can go in. There you have it. As you can see, hence the messy towel that I used to Purito one of my tube feeding kitties, I do my neonate work in the bathroom. It's easier for me. They're tiny, they fit in this space, and it keeps them away from other kitties. You want these babies away from any other cats that can possibly track any germs to them or anything else. They are very tiny, unvaccinated, and very vulnerable. Now, I will do a more detailed video on how to feed and how to tube feed, but do remember that you should probably be taught hands-on how to feed a kitten, and I do recommend with tube feeding that you have a professional vet tech or a veterinarian show you how to do so. Tube feeding is something that should only be done if absolutely necessary. Now, onto the process. Before each meal with a tiny one like that, I always weigh them. And I weigh them in grams, as I mentioned before, because with a little guy like that, their weight can fluctuate, and even the tiniest fluctuation can show some need for concern. You want to keep a sheet next to your scale or in a place that's of easy access, maybe even your phone if that works best for you, where you keep the times that you fed them, whether or not they went to the bathroom, if they had diarrhea, if they were constipated, what you did to fix that, and you also want to keep track of their weights on that sheet. When you do this, it helps you keep an accurate log of that kitten's overall health and how you approached each and every challenge that came with it. That way, you know how to address it should it come up again with other kittens. So to wrap this up, when you first take in a new kitten, you want to first evaluate it and make sure it's not too hot, not too cold, find out how old it is, and just get an overall idea of its health. Does it have an upper respiratory infection? Does it need to see the vet right away? Things like that. Don't attempt to feed it or do anything crazy with it until you get an idea of where it is at that moment. Next, again, you want to make sure that you have your tools. Scale, kitten formula, kitten bottle, syringes, tubes if you need those. The Snuggle Safe, which is a heating pad that you can microwave, or any source of heat that is not too hot and will remain continuous for the kitten so that they don't get cold. And some sort of comfort. A snuggle kitty, a teddy bear, a simple beating heart that you can put under a blanket. Last but not least, a health log. Make sure you are logging each and every feeding, each and every weighing, what their stool looks like, and how often they're going to the bathroom. You can gain so much knowledge about a kitten's health just by observing their weight, eating habits, and bathroom habits. In the next video on this channel, I will show you how to bottle feed and syringe feed should you need to syringe feed. If you liked this video and found it helpful, make sure you give me a like and a follow. Thank you guys. Stay tuned for more.